I'm Fletcher Rhoden, and this is Quotes and Quips. Today, words of wisdom from Malcolm X. Quotes and Quips is brought to you by my website, FletcherRhoden.com. That's where you'll find links to my author page at Amazon. That's where you can buy my books in paperback for Kindle or in audiobook format. There's a link to my Spotify artist page. That's where you can download my music in its various subgenres, and I've got new music for 2024. Actually, you can download my music from any site, just about anywhere across the internet. And at my website, there's free music that you can get there exclusively. So check it out. Well, okay. Today, Malcolm X gives us something to consider. A man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. A man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. Well, like a lot of the quotes, this is a two-part experience. The first, a man who believes in nothing. Now this speaks to our need to raise our children, because it's often too late. For ourselves, we can try. But to raise our children and ourselves with a strong moral code. I'm not talking about a strong Christian set of beliefs, but an understanding of right and wrong, and a methodology of behavior that respects others. The golden rule, for example. Regardless of whatever your religious perspectives may be, there are some things which are essentially universally true. So, we must raise our community and our society in such a way that we have values that we hold to be true. Bertrand Russell said, "I'd never die for my beliefs because I might be wrong." But then that gives us a society where nobody grows up believing in anything. And then they don't stand for anything. And a man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. So that brings us to part two of the quote. Will fall for anything. What he's saying here is that this person is easily manipulated. That because they have no grounding in a sense of right or wrong, in a code of conduct to which they hold themselves, a standard, they therefore can be manipulated to do anything because they have no reference. They have no grounding. They have no reason not to do anything. They stand for nothing. So they will, in fact, fall for anything. This is the kind of person that becomes the foot soldier of the fascist. This is the kind of person who goes along with a bad deal because they just don't care. If it doesn't seem to affect them. You've heard the thing about, when they came for that group, I said nothing because I wasn't a part of that group. Then they came for that group, said nothing. That group said nothing. That group said nothing. Then they came for me, and there was nobody to speak for me. Well, if there had been people that wouldn't have spoken for you anyway, because you didn't say anything. But it's all kind of the same idea. You have to stand for something, or the people around you who won't, and they will fall for anything, and they'll come after you. They'll do things that are counter to their own better interests, and which are certainly counter to yours. And, let's make sure that we have our values in check. Now, whatever they are. Again, I'm not saying that this set of values is a good set and this is a bad set. I'm not saying that these rules are the good rules and these rules are the bad rules. But just have some rules And make sure that they work for the other guy too. The same rules have to be the same. If you can't do this, then they can't. And if they can't do it, then you can't do it. Don't make rules for yourself only. That's not fair. But do have a code. Do not be a person who stands for nothing. Now, you may not be willing to die for what you stand for, but as I asked Bertrand Russell, still didn't get an answer. If you're not willing to die for anything, then what are you willing to live for? And if you're not willing to live for anything, then why are you living? Of course, Bertrand Russell's dead. So it's more of a rhetorical question. But we all, those of us who are living, can still ask it of each other and of ourselves. And that really is what Malcolm X is encouraging us to do. Because in truth, it can be said that the person who stands for nothing will fall for anything. So that's food for thought until next week's Quotes and Quips. I'm here every Monday at noon, coming at you from right in the United States of America, Las Vegas, Nevada. I leave these reruns up so you can always check out the other ones. And I've got a show from last year too called Tracking the Lone Wolf, which is on its own YouTube channel, Tracking the Lone Wolf. You can get subscriptions to both of those channels. They're free. It'll help you to find all these things. Check out my music and my books and my website. And tune in again. Until then, bye, Mary.